going on that. So if I was to put together a proposal for you with all this stuff, like what would happen next, right? It's just always like future pacing, talking to them about like what are the next steps. If you follow the deep dive scripts and everything else in there, like you're developing that stuff. So
I said I should ask this to you as well. What are some ways to pre-qualify someone? Because I think that's one of my problems is that I can get to deep dives pretty quickly. Like a lot of business owners are very enthusiastic, like to talk about their hopes and dreams. But how do I know that this is someone that has potential and is worth my time to pursue? Like what are some tactics you use to pre-qualify someone?
I mean, you go through the questions, right? So like, if we were to work together, like what type of business would you want us to generate? Like, when would you like to get that started? Like, how fast would you like to get, going on that? So if I was to put together a proposal for you with all this stuff, like what would happen next? Right? It's just always like future pacing, talking to them about like what are the next steps. If you follow the deep dive scripts and everything else in there, like you're developing that stuff. So if I was to put together a proposal for you that we could get you, 20 clients, earn an extra $10,000 a month, and be able to put grandma in that nursing home that you talked about, how soon could you see yourself getting started? Right? Moving them through everything that they talked about that they wanted, the amount of clients that they wanted, how you could bring them, how that's going to affect their business. Great. What do we do next?
One of the big things.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Jonathan.
One of the big things I always do is I make sure that I talk about money in the deep dive every single time. So I let them know my homepage is $350. Every subsequent page is half of that. Content is 16 cents, and then I usually like to be between 8 and 12% of what I could get you volume wise. So if I can get you 10 grand, you're looking at 800 to 1,200 bucks, and just let them know right off the bat. So if they're like, oh my gosh, that's way too pricey, right there. If they're like, okay, that sounds great, then you're fine. You're good.
Because I did that actually, and it drove the guy away. Like
that's fine. You qualified him.
So because I thought we were taught like to not talk about finances and deep dives, and now I'm all confused.
Well, what you don't want to do is you don't want to get to the close and then find out he doesn't have money. So you're not really giving them prices. You're just giving them a broad range of where they could be so that they have it in their head. Okay, it's probably going to be somewhere around there. And they can do the math themselves at the end of the day.